All right, shalom, shalom. For the foremost, we'll start by saying, Call La Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Chakwadash, which give all praise to the Heavenly Father. In the name of His Son, the Word ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. Also, give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who do rule well, teaching me His truth, as well as say shalom to the hopeful elect, while the eye can spread to the four corners of the earth, pushing His word and truth and His sincerity. Right, and Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. Right, not gonna make this too long. Just want to go into really just the overall prophecy, that was written before time that we're seeing come to pass now, right? And that we've seen come to pass through the generations, right? Through our history, because, contrary to popular belief, these scriptures, this holy book, contain the history, starting all the way from the beginning of creation, right? All the way in the book of Genesis, right? All the way to the present times that we're currently living in, as well as future prophecies that still yet to come to pass, right? For example, the World War III, right? That third world spoke about in the book of Revelation, right? The MOTB has been implemented and made mandatory, right? That mark no man may buy or sell, save you have it, right? That everything it says He calls of all, right, to receive that mark. That's another example, right? These are some of the prophecies, the few, I should specify, prophecies that have yet to come to pass that will in the near future, man. But that's what this whole book contains, man. Right, and it's ultimately, the Heavenly Father, right, put the Spirit on particular men to scribe these different things down, and we just have them in this time period now. He put the Spirit upon particular men on earth, as Scripture says in Revelation 21:3. It said, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, right? He gave this increased understanding unto His prophets who are on earth now, right? Ready here for bear. Well, because the vast majority of people, although they're not going to be able to hearken, they're not going to be able to receive these things that the men of the Lord are speaking, it's completely irrelevant, right? They were ultimately created in vain, and they'll just have to perish on the side, right? All the heathen nation, all the rest of the heathen, right, as well as 2/3 of our own people. The Lord made a very clear outline of who was going to be able to receive this deliverance. There's only be a small elect nation of Israel. But matter of fact, let me start with Jeremiah 28:8. But we'll get back to that Ezekiel. This book of Jeremiah, chapter 28. Verse 7, it says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people, right? So the Lord said, you'll have the ear to hear, right? Again, He put the Spirit of Jeremiah to scribe this down. And ultimately, it's a heavy precept that still stands onto this very day, man, right? As to what the Lord sends out His prophets to do, right? What's the lie, what's the job, what's the duty, what should be the sign, right? When you see the prophets. It says, verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? So that's what the Lord sends the prophets out to do. Brothers constantly go into the word prophet, being a compound word, pro meaning before, side meaning to speak or to say. So that's like what the Lord sends to do. He sends out His men to speak these things before they actually come to pass, to blow the trumpet, give a warning, right? Isaiah 58:1, it says, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, cry aloud, spare not, and show my people their transgressions, right? Because of course the prophets are only going to be Israelites, so the Lord sent out His prophets, His men, the Israelite men, all right, to go and speak to the rest of the nation, right? To show them their transgressions, right? Let them know that they're going to hell off, man. All right, you're going off in your power. Ultimately, right, you're being wicked as fuck, and the Lord's getting ready to destroy the majority of you. Well, He has no power doing it. When you look throughout history, and one of the most significant events, of course, is the time of Noah, right? When the Lord literally flooded the entire earth and only spared 8 souls, right? There's going to be, which is first is what? That's the first death within the scriptures. But scriptures also speak about that second death, right? What's going to take place in the future, where the Lord completely pelts His place with thermonuclear, with ICBMs, man, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those arrows speaking about measure within the scriptures, right? They're gonna be shot from one end of the earth to the other. It's gonna completely leave the place ablaze. Right? I was just speaking about this place being melted with fervent heat. Speaking about the day Lord burning as an oven. Speaking about the lake of fire. All these things are alluding to the thermonuclear destruction getting ready to come upon, all right, North America in order to cleanse this place and rid it of all its evil doing, man. All right. It says verse 9, it says the prophet which was prophesied for peace when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. Right. That's perfect too. I'm gonna go right back to Ezekiel 33, right? Because when these things actually start to, when these things start to manifest, what is it means to be very evident as to who has had the truth. All these things, any type of religion or any so-called you want to say religion, any type of belief, any type of trust. It'll be made. You'll know who has he had the truth. In due time, because it takes a certain level of faith. It takes a certain level of patience, or in order to see these things out. But in due time, you know who had the truth, right? If it was a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, right, an atheist, etc., right, someone who believed in the universe, or is that the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai, and that doctrine that was being taught, begin with the elders and apostles, a great millstone on down, man, right? It says, this is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So when the judgments and the prophecies actually fully all are accomplished, right? What's that, Isaiah 55:11? It says, the word of the Lord should not go void. So it's written. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So if you measure the time diligently in itself, as scriptures tell you to do, then you get a clear understanding that what? Well, matter of fact, let's just grab it, because that's the perfect precept. Okay, that's how we ought to know, man. Again, I mentioned these prophecies, being taking place all throughout history, but what people still refuse to hearken. These they're secular events that are recorded throughout history. They're really mentioned within the scriptures and heavily detailed in the scriptures, might I add. But again, of course, you need the Spirit of the Lord dealing with you as you have the proper teachers in order for you to understand these things, as you be able to have them explained it to you, right? But this is 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. One of my favorite precepts, it says, 2 Ezra 9:1, and he measured me then, it says, measure the times. He answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So that's how you know, right? And then, of course, this whole chapter is good. It goes into earthquakes, uproars of the people, etc. These are all things you ought to expect. Just like the book of Matthew 24th chapter, when Yahweh Shai's disciples inquired of him, asking about the signs of the times and knowing when we'd be near the kingdom, he gave the same answer. There'll be wars, rumors of wars, etc. He started breaking it down, man, right? But most importantly, he said what? The God was to be preached as a witness to the to all nations, and then the end shall come, right? So that's the main priority, man, right? That's the primary objective, is for this word to go out and be taught, okay, and the elect to be gathered and ultimately sealed, man, right? So those Ezekiel 9:4, right? Lord said, go in the midst and set a mark upon those that side that cry for the abomination be done in the midst thereof, right? That mark, of course, going to that mark of exemption from judgment, right? That's ultimately that thought why, all right, in the Hebrew, right? That's that word sign is right there. It was going to, the ultimately was going to the elect, man. Those who was able to escape this coming times of this coming peril and in judgment is going to come upon this place. Let me get Amos. Matter of fact, let me get this in Luke. You know what I'm saying? Because the prophet is literally on the scene right now. It's one of the beloved Elder Yashawamba. I always mention the point that this is one of the heaviest projects coming to pass that we know right at the end is the fact that the truth is out, man. The scriptures was Ezra 6th chapter, where it says the truth that had been so long without fruit should be declared, right? When you seeing witnessing camps being gathered, brothers being brought up, being edified, built up, being polished, right? Increasing on a high level of wisdom through the Spirit, probably how about Shai? Literally, the government of the kingdom of heaven is literally being established on earth, man, right now. And it's going to be once the Heavenly Father sends His only begotten Son back, right, to come deliver us. Lord willing, be the number, get beamed up, into those heavenly vehicles, right? Those chairs of salvation, right? And we come down as New Jerusalem, man. Are being changed in a twinkling of an eye, being made incorruptible, being made immortal, and we actually establish the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven, man. Right? This is Luke chapter 1, and it's literally being spoken right now, man. You literally have the brothers on the highways and byways breaking all these things down in great depth right now. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 70. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which he has since the world began, right? That's like what the Lord does. He speaks from the holy prophets. From the time the world began, he had prophets on the scene, man, right? The Lord always gives the warning before the destruction comes, okay? It says that we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant. These are promised to us, man. Right? So the Lord, the scripture says the Lord, not a man he shall lie. Scripture says he doesn't change, right? The prophecies must come to pass, man. Right? So just like you would see in a movie, right, with Esau, which again the inspiration comes from the scriptures, where Esau, you see the movie where it's something you stumble across, and you got some so you got a bunch of men working in the cave, and then they'll come and stumble across some ancient writing on the wall, and it's got a bunch of events, foretold events to come, and then you start and you realize, then you start seeing them happen and keep referencing those events, and it keeps happening, right? Well, that's quite literally what this is, man. Lord literally has had particular men stumble across, all right, this truth. Well, I don't even want to use the word stumble across this truth, because it was ultimately divinely inspired, right? It was ultimately the Lord's will that we came across this truth. But he revealed, that's a better word to use, right? He revealed his truth unto particular men, right? To do just this, to stand in the light of a prophet, to go out and teach the house of Israel, man. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, right? Eat his roll and teach the house of Israel. It says, sit upon your watchtower as a watchman, right? This is what you really have taking place on the earth right now. It's Amos 3:7. It says, verse 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown? Right, again, the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. Shall there be an evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right, the Lord bring all these prophecies to pass. Right, Isaiah 45 and say, tell you, he created the good and evil, the light and the darkness. How the Lord do all these things, man. Right, so everything under the sun is ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, surely the Lord, right, Yahweh, it says, will do nothing. He revealed his secrets to his servants the prophets. So. The secrets to be revealed to men on earth, man. It's not a secret, it's not a coincidence. All these things are being brought out now. Yeah, that's why even you have all these different books and all these different scriptures that people are going into that they were never spoken about, man. And any type of churches, any other type of these so-called religions, none of them were ever spoken about, man. But now you have people needing to address all these different things, because the Lord, as he has his purified word in the earth, right? So it's the point where, people have to strive to the best ability to silence these things, which is what when Amos 8 chapter come to pass, right? Because right now, again, we're going to all about the Lord having the prophet on the scene right now, and it behoove you to move hastily to get the knowledge, to get built up, get the edification. But what, the vast majority of people pull their shoulder, man. The vast majority of people don't want to hear it, or they want to continue to live in their iniquity. But in the near future, man, the Lord can remove his word from all the streets. Right? Scripture about not a famine of bread or thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? This is the chain of events that's ready to take place. This is Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1. It says the Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets. So this is what he does. He speaks by way of his prophets. It's not it's not just any random old person who has the truth and bring it out. They may have certain elements of truth who which 9 times out of 10 they learn, really 110 times out of 10 they learned it from the prophets one way or another. Rather they rather heard it from fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th hand, or they're directly ear hustling the prophets, listening to things being brought out, try to put their own little twist on it, man. right? That's how you get the rest of the religions, man. And beliefs and faiths or whatever. It's by they're taking things from the scriptures and slightly changing them and perverting them, right? They're literally, they say hey, different languages, right? You have one original holy pure language, man, right? The holy tongue, the Lashon Kodash, the Hebrew, man, right? The Ibar, that's what that's what all the other languages stem from and derive from, which is why every language can be translated between one another, man. At one point in time, everyone ever speaking that one language. But that's besides the point. Again, it's just an example of the original root, right? The original truth being